So, the Ravens have been very, very active yesterday. We got some very, very good news. So, I'm going to talk about it in this video real quick. If you're new, subscribe, click the like button, comment down below your thoughts, and yeah, let's get right into it. So, the Ravens, before their end of season press conference, about 2 hours prior, they have decided to part ways with offensive coordinator Greg Roman. It's kind of like a firing, but just in a very, very nice way. Very nice way. Or I think he might have left by himself or something like that. But Greg Roman, he had 1 year left on his contract with an option. An option for the Ravens to either opt out of it or keep him for one more year. The Ravens decided, no, we're not going to keep you for one more year, and there we are. There we have it with the Greg Roman era. It is finally over. You cannot tell how Ravens fans were very happy with that. It's way overdue. It is way overdue. It's 2 years too late, but better late than never. And good, and actually, good thing we actually did it, because I was worried we were gonna keep him, despite everything he's done. Because again, if you look. He didn't get fired after the Broncos game, and the Broncos game is where it's he did a lot of stuff where it was fireable offense. He did a lot of stuff throughout his tenure here in Baltimore where it's fireable offense, and we just decided not to fire him. And Harbaugh, in some cases, sometimes even advocated advocated for what he's been doing. So, dude, but it was very much time. After 2019, it was pretty much everything that was repeating again for Greg Roman offenses. Good first year, and then after that, you kind of you get stale. It gets worse every year, and it's so weird how he just kept him for 4 years, because other teams didn't even keep him for that long. And he did not deserve to even have a job at all, especially after 2020. After 2020, that was the window that was closed. Because after 2020, it would have been 2 years of Greg Roman, and you were not going to get anything. The ceiling of the offense was going to be limited. You were not going to get better from now on. It peaked way too early. It peaked years ago. The offense peaked years ago, and we only decided to fire him now. But at least we fired him. But hey, again, from the play calling, the situational play calling, the clock management, the lack of attention in the pass game, it was really not. He really wasn't suited to be an offensive coordinator in this league. He really wasn't. So good thing it cannot hurt us anymore. I'm really not gonna give him much credit for anything outside 2019. I mean, good first year, you kind of expect that. But then after that, in the Titans game, the playoff game, that's when he started getting exposed. It wasn't the main thing. It wasn't the main reason we lost, but he really got exposed. But hey, he cannot hurt us anymore. And hopefully our next OC, Harbaugh is going to be serious about the next OC hire. Because I never liked Roman from the start. And I definitely didn't like it for 4 years. I'm not gonna celebrate that I was right, because I root for guys like that. I hope they succeed because it's good for the team. But if you cannot do the job, then you shouldn't be coordinating at all. So I really hope we understood each other on that one. So again, this firing has brought in a lot of shitty takes from the media. Ever since he's been fired, you had the media just trying to go at it, saying, "Oh, he's the reason Lamar won MVP. He's the reason he did that, did this. He made Lamar." Yeah, man. Emmanuel Acho being an absolute idiot, bro. Making a whole segment about just saying some stupid shit. He didn't allow Lamar to win MVP. Lamar would have won MVP without him. He would have won MVP without him regardless. So I really don't like the notion that he made Lamar. If anything, Lamar made him. Because Greg Roman's track record wasn't really anything special before Baltimore. It was really nothing. His track record still isn't good. You still have many articles about him and his issues with the offense since San Fran. So again, he doesn't deserve much credit, the media. Emmanuel Acho being an absolute idiot, bro, because like in reality, Lamar made Greg Roman a 33 points per game offensive coordinator, but with Tyler Huntley, the same team averaged 12 points per game. That is something else. Because if Greg Roman made Lamar, then all right, when Lamar got injured, make another Lamar. Wasn't able to do that. It made all his weaknesses show even more. So again, he's carried. Lamar made him. It's very like it's so flabbergasting that like the first takeaway of this is giving him more credit about Lamar's MVP season than Lamar himself. Again, it is and all I'm gonna say to all the Ravens media, all these accounts last offseason, Quadri Ishmael, all these Purple Patrol type of fans, we told you so. Y'all were trying to say Greg Roman's an elite OC because the offense is top 10 in yards. Yards don't win you games. Points do. Last year when we weren't good in points, this year we definitely aren't. Aside from Lamar. But like it's a big there's massive just fallacies surrounding this offensive coordinator, because Greg Roman's not a good run. He's not a run guru. I don't care about all the records. I don't care about that. You had the best dual threat quarterback of all time. Not best dual threat. The best rushing quarterback of all time. And you pretty much relied on that. On him to get 1,000 yards by himself. 1,000 yards rushing by himself. So is it that impressive if you take everything into context? So I really don't know about that, man. You're not like. Do you want to know who's really a run guru? Kyle Shanahan's a run guru. He is the real run game guru. The dude literally takes running backs from DoorDash and can make them look like LaDainian Tomlinson at times. Gregory, outside of 2019 Mark Ingram, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, what has he really done? I really don't think Kenyon Drake has been effective. I don't think Devontae Freeman has been effective. I don't think Latavius Murray was he was okay, but he wasn't getting the ball at all. Mike Davis definitely didn't work out. Justice Hill, he's showing some flashes running hard, but he hasn't been anything special. He's had his moments only, but really nothing special. Who else? He had Le'Veon Bell as well. Nothing much. He was just a goal line guy who got touchdowns. But other than that, really not much. So how the hell are you going to call yourself a run guru if you're useless, if your starting running backs get injured? Or if your starting quarterback isn't there to save you? It really doesn't make no sense. I really don't care about the 2019 season. 2019 season, you had Lamar, you had every guy. But then without even one of these guys, or without all these guys, you're just nothing. You're pretty useless. I mean, you're useless in the pass game. But in the run game, it's not talked about enough on how you're kind of shit if it's not for good running backs. You cannot take a bad running back and turn him into something. Kyle Shanahan can do that. So talking about the offensive coordinator I want, I have a few names here. Again, before I say these names, I've been seeing some fans request some guys that are really not that good. Really not a fan of. Really not good. Really doesn't sound good. Nathaniel Hackett, I don't want it. Like, I've seen guys saying Nathaniel Hackett, hell no. Cliff Kingsbury, absolutely not. Anthony Lynn, absolutely not. And literally any guy from within the organization, you do not, and I say do not hire any of these guys. Even better, don't even keep these guys. James Urban, you can go. You can go. Because what I want, I don't only want Greg Roman out. I want every single guy in that offensive staff. Clean it up, start over. Start fresh. Except for like maybe the Titans coach, because our Titans has been doing pretty good. But that's pretty much it. And have an offensive coordinator who's willing to build an offense. An offense for Lamar, similar to what happened in college. Because that government offense was not for Lamar. It was not. It's what they want to tell you, but it's not. It's really not. It's built for the Ravens. It's built for Greg Roman. It's built for the philosophy. It's built like, dude. It's not for Lamar. Like it was doing exactly what the Ravens wanted, not what Lamar wanted. But I'm going to get into Lamar soon. So here are the names here: Mike LaFleur, Zach Robinson, Brian Johnson, Clay Kubiak, Bobby Slowick, and Frank Reich. So you have a bunch of guys who are literally in. You have Brian Johnson. He's in the Sirianni staff. LaFleur, Slowick, Kubiak are all Shanahan guys. Shanahan tree. Frank Reich, he was offensive coordinator in Philly under Doug Peterson, helped Carson Wentz be an MVP. And you have Zach Robinson, who's McVay, who's I think he's pass game coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Yeah, for the Rams. He's under McVay. So these are guys where you can trust because McVay's staff can actually develop some guys to getting coaching jobs. You have Kyle Shanahan, his staff every year is getting jobs elsewhere. D'Amico Ryan's going to get a head coaching job after the season. And the guys I named, Bobby Slowick and Clay Kubiak, they could be on the move as well. So Kyle Shanahan developed some guys who can excel, who can get more opportunities elsewhere. So that's, again, good targets. It brings something fresh to the offense, and you may see some progress. And Harbaugh, do not bring in some other friend, some old guy as well, no inside guy. James Urban, no, I do not want to have to do with any of these guys. Cut it off. Be actually serious. Go and want to change your offense into something modern. So this is what. So that's pretty much what I have here. So here we go, the second portion of the video here. I'm going to talk about the end of season press conference with EDC and John Harbaugh. So here's a couple things they've said, a couple notable things they've said about this season, about everything here. I'm going to sum it up before I talk about it. So here we go. So Dacosta, he said the team is excited to restart negotiations with Lamar. As you know, they were going to restart negotiations after the season ends. Says him and Lamar have a great relationship, and he met with Lamar the day of the press conference. Harbaugh says, Lamar's our quarterback. I love Lamar. Eric loves Lamar. I'm going to have faith that it's going to get done. It's going to get done. All right. Harbaugh also says he and Lamar have already spoken about the offensive coordinator decision. He also said that Lamar will have input in the OC decision. And he says this is going to be a highly sought after job, which he's right about. It's Lamar Jackson. But it's going to be a good thing. It's a good thing that Lamar has input. It's probably going to be in the contract thing too. Because it's really important. It's really, really important. Because, again, we cannot have another Harbaugh guy who's going to cost us playoff games like he did in the Bengals game. So that's Dacosta here. He said the Ravens took on water at the wide receiver position. Said it will be looked at through draft, free agency, and potential trades. There's a couple of trade targets I would like to have. D-Hop, DJ Moore, maybe. So make it happen, because you really cannot miss anymore. You miss way too many times. D-Hop last time. This time around, you have to get it done. That's all I'm going to say about it. He also said the team's singular focus is a long-term extension with Lamar. Wasn't interested in trading Lamar. So again, like I would imagine, because if you trade Lamar, if you let him, they're not going to let him walk. Whether he's a Raven or not, they're not going to let him walk. At worst, it's a tag. But you would not want your name tied next to it. Next to just having to screw up that whole thing. So, actually, it's a good thing. Harbaugh also said he's going to interview external and internal candidates for OC. I do not want internal, like I said before. And he said the identity won't change. That's bad news, because you want the identity to change. You want to get into a modern offense no matter what. It should not be anything else. keep up with the league. The league is evolving and we're falling behind. You cannot say we're gonna go play hard-nosed football. That stupid bullshit. That 2000s bullshit. No. So please, Harbaugh, get an internal guy. Piss off with all the internal guys. They're not competent. So stop. Not all of these guys are suited for a job inside. So check outside. Oh, and by the way, we've interviewed Zach Robinson from the Rams. The time I'm recording this, the news just broke. So I'm not going to keep that out of the way. So that's a step in the right direction in terms of that. All right, but we need to get it done with one of these external guys. About Patrick Queen, Dacosta said he's not ready to make an announcement on the 5th-year option. But he said he's very pleased with it, as we all are, and he should be as well. I'm very happy with how Quinn played this year. I want him to stay. I want him to stay long term. Him and Roquan could be a duo, a good linebacker duo. I mean, they've been very, very good since the trade. I mean, we had Queen, who he was already turning it around before the trade. So if we can continue on that, we're gonna have a amazing linebacker duo in the coming years. Harbaugh said he doesn't currently anticipate any staff changes, but acknowledges opportunities come up at different points and those are hard to predict. No, Harbaugh, they're not gonna get any opportunities. They're not that competent. A lot of these guys aren't. Like, dude, James Urban has not gotten any other offers, so let's just not. Dacosta, that's from Dacosta. He's only aware of one player getting offseason surgery. Not going to identify for protection of identity purposes. And he said that's got to be a record. And he said Bateman is specifically making progress. But Bateman, he already had his surgery after he had his Lisfranc. So it's not him. It's not him who's going to have surgery this offseason. He already had it. So we don't know which player. Michael Pierce already had his probably. Lamar, there's nothing on him. It was a borderline grade 3 PCL, so I don't know if he's going to get surgery. He could, but it's not like required. So I don't know. Lastly, Dacosta said he doesn't see any reason why Lamar Jackson won't be their starting quarterback in week 1. Yeah, for sure. I agree. So, about this press conference here, my thoughts on it. I think it was the best press conference in the past few years. When watching it, I was feeling something different. A different vibe from both of them. Thing is, this time around, we actually got good questions from the, except for Jamison Hensley. He's an absolute dumbass. So, you really can't do anything. He's asking the same questions over and over again. But other than that, the other media guys, they're asking good questions, not soft questions. Nothing easy to respond. So they really weren't scared. And I think EDC and Harbs answered them pretty well. And like I said, it was a different feel into this press conference compared to last year. So it's pretty much that. But what we're gonna need to see is actually some action, because they've been saying in the past few years that they will have, some you know, some changing into the pass game, and it hasn't really went to plan. So yeah, we're gonna have to see tomorrow what's gonna happen. Not tomorrow, but in the next few months, what's gonna happen with the contract. Hopefully, we get the contract done before free agency so that we have it out of the way. OC named around the same time as the contract, and then we get the receiver we really need. So honestly, I think this offseason, it gave me more hope than I had 24 hours before. This is what I'm gonna say about it, right? It gave me more hope into the offseason. So hopefully we are in for a good one. Hopefully we're in for a good one. So we're good, man. And more hope that we're gonna see change. Good day. Good day to be a fan. We had a bunch of good news. Greg Roman's gone finally. He's gone. So I think we're onto a good one. But maybe again, all it's gonna matter, man. All that's gonna matter, it's gonna be actions. All that's gonna matter, it's actions, because we cannot, we really cannot. Again, this is a very important offseason. Very important offseason in team history. So I have trust in EDC. Hopefully he delivers this time. So like the main thing I want in this offense, all right? I want to see us add some fire into the offense. Explosive plays. I think this offense looked extremely boring. Greg Roman offenses have been extremely boring, especially these past few years. So, again, get a D-Hop, get some speedy guy who can get separation. Maybe bring back Hollywood because the reason why he left is gone. And maybe if we can get some Shanahan tree guy or some McVay, we can have some actual explosive plays. And he could be the perfect guy. He could be used properly in his second stint as a Raven. So this is all I'm going to say. EDC, the ball's in your court. The ball's in your court. This is all I'm going to say. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me guys what you think down below. See you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and click like. I'm going to have more of these videos coming in the off season. And by the way, a little channel update. I'm going to have more stuff coming out of other games. I'm going to finally start Madden rebuilds. I'm going to try and get that Seahawks franchise more consistently. And for other games, NHL, I'm still working on rosters. I'm going to have the videos out soon, hopefully. I'm working on 2 rosters at the same time. So hopefully I get done the current roster, and after that I can start uploading the franchise and all the goods that are going to come with it. So be patient for that. See you guys in the next one.